everyone, welcome to Rosebank Farm and Garden. I'm so excited for today's video. I picked up some plants at clearance, 50% off from my local Rural King. And the plants are in pretty bad shape, but with a little bit of TLC, these plants will bounce back and become just beautiful. Now, some people don't like to mess with clearance plants because it does take some time for them to rebound. But if you like to save money and you don't mind waiting, then clearance plants, especially this time of year at your local garden centers, is a great time to pick up those plants. So I have here three different plants that we're going to give individual care to and then get them planted in the ground. So first up is this salvia called a May Night. And there's nothing much wrong with it except it was really dry. It's already put on new growth since I've had it home and been giving it water. In fact, let me throw up a picture. I had a bottle of water in my car and I watered them before I even put them in my van. So this salvia is got a lot of dead growth underneath, and so we're just going to trim this up and get the plant looking healthy again. If you were to buy this as a healthy plant, it should already be at its mature height and in bloom, but it was stunted with not enough water. So let's trim it up. So you can see all the rest of the growth that I left on this salvia is in pretty good shape. Oh, this leaf though has been eaten, so let's go ahead and get that off of there. But the rest of the plant is now in pretty good shape, and I've been watering it and it's already put on all this beautiful new growth. So all that's left to do for this plant is to just get it in the ground. This salvia called May Night, it will grow 18 to 24 inches tall and wide. So I think this is a good spot for it. It is full sun and it's far enough away from the pine tree. The pine tree has room to grow. Or I could plant something behind it that's slightly taller. And it'll be a nice step down from the David Austin Iceberg Rose. Ready to show some tender loving care to plant number 2. Okay, this is a proven winner's Let's Dance Blue Jangles. It's a big leaf reblooming hydrangea that grows 1 to 2 feet tall and wide. And let me check the zones. Hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9, and I'm a zone 6. So this is a smaller shrub, and at 1 to 2 feet tall, it's about that size. But I'm going to do some pretty severe pruning on this. It does bloom from early spring clear through till fall, but because I'm trying to rescue it, I don't care about getting any blooms this year. What I care about is getting this plant back to full health. So I'm going to bring the camera closer and show you some of the burnt tips because it was severely dried out, and even though I've been watering it, it still feels really dry. So let me give you a close-up. Okay. Can you see this burnt tip? Maybe if I put my hand behind it, you can see it a little better. But a lot of the tips, like this one, these are all burnt. They're scorched. We got this curl going on the leaves, and it's dry. And even though I've been watering it, it's still very dry. So we're going to take this plant back to right above, let me go this way, right above the new bud growth. See the new leaves coming out right there? We're going to trim every single stem back down. We're going to get rid of all this old foliage with the crispiness and just take it down right above a new set of leaves. So this is going to be pretty severe, but it's going to bring the plant back to health. Just wanted to show you how beautiful this shrub is. And look at that. Picture this year, but next year it should be just beautiful. All right, so I have my blue Jangles on a Lazy Susan, and I'm just going to go down to the next healthy set of leaves and give this a severe prune. So let's start with this one right here. You can see a new set of leaves coming out. You can see the burnt tip, and we're going to trim it right above the new set of leaves. And I'm going to do that all the way around. It's going to be pretty severe. That one looks like a new one. Let me see if I can figure. Here's a node. It's not even got a set of leaves, but there's a node right there, and right above it is a brown spot. So we're going to go right above that node. These leaves look a little burnt and dry and crispy, so I'm actually going to take this one all the way down to above these leaves, even though there's a brown one. Let's take that all the way down. I feel bad doing this, but I know it's good for the plant. Now this is a totally new branch. Same thing. I'm going to feel for a node and just take it off. So the next, there's a node right here, but the next healthy set is down here. So now this one looks pretty good. We're going to leave it taller. Yeah. Hard to see working backwards. Okay. Oh boy, this one's really damaged. Look at all this dead growth. I'm going to go down to this set of leaves, I believe. There we go. Here's a leggy one. All right, we're going to go down to this set of leaf nodes. See, there's some damage on the stem, but we got some leaves coming out here that look pretty healthy, so we'll try just to there. This one. Yeah, I am being pretty severe. Because I just want all healthy growth coming out. See, see, it's damaged where the leaves are coming out, but the leaves look good. We're still going to go down below that though. Same thing. We're taking them off. Now this one looks good, but has a dead leaf. We're just going to take that off. Okay. All right, looks pretty good. I'm just going to clear out the dead leaves from the center, and then we're going to go get this planted. Here is the blue Jangles big leaf hydrangea in its new spot. Plant that needs a little love today is a Queen Elizabeth rose, and it is also the most severe. It has black spot and powdery mildew. It's already defoliated, most of it on its own. So to give this plant a little bit of love, we're going to trim off the rest of the foliage and spray it down with Rose RX by Bonide. Because the new growth, the black spot and powdery mildew is still on the stems. So we want to just spray it all down after we trim off the other diseased foliage. I'll be using my little Fiskars trimmers, and that already looks like all new foliage. So we're going to take this one off. We're going to go down to here. This is all new growth. This is dead. This had a bloom on it. This side, I'm going to take it down. All right, here's the good node. So there it's forming a rose hip. That's good. I'll take that out of there. Looks like this poor rose is already taking care of itself by getting rid of most of the bad foliage. So we'll go ahead and take this off. Okay, so next we're just going to spray this rose down with the Rose RX. I sprayed the Queen Elizabeth rose from all directions, getting it fully saturated. And the directions say that I should do this every 7 days if there's a problem. But since it's pretty much all new foliage, I'll be on a maintenance schedule of every 2 weeks spraying the Rose RX. And we're going to bring this Queen Elizabeth back to health. I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. The Rose RX needs to dry on the Queen Elizabeth rose. It is a skin and eye irritant, and so I'm not going to plant that right now. But I will give you updates in about 6 weeks on how all these clearance plants are doing. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to Rosebank Farm. We'll see you in the next one.